So why do I feel lonely in my marriage? Welcome back to the Secure Husband Podcast. Bruce Abbott, certified professional coach and founder of SecureHusband.com, the podcast where we stop trying to fix our wives to feel better and start healing the hidden parts of ourselves. There's a common theme that I hear over and over with many of the men that I work with. I feel alone in my marriage. I'm sleeping right next to her, and I feel completely lonely. We live in the same house, but I feel invisible. She doesn't touch me. She doesn't seem to care. If that strikes a nerve with you, let me say this. You're not crazy. You're not weak. You're not broken. But you are disconnected, not from her, but from you. So we're going to talk about what's really underneath that loneliness. The truth is, you don't feel lonely because she stopped loving you. You feel lonely because you stopped loving yourself. Specifically, you abandoned yourself. You abandoned that inner child inside of you, that part of you that needed tenderness and attention and validation when you were so little. And you didn't know how to give him love. You don't know how to give him love now. And so you're struggling to create connection, which means you can't fully receive it either. And a theme that runs throughout this podcast is there's only so much you can control. There's only so many things you can change. Your wife is not one of them. But there is something that you can change starting today. You can change how you outsource love, and you can change how you start building connection from the inside out. Because this loneliness isn't about her. It's about you. And that's going to be a hard truth to swallow. I get it. No one told you growing up that the emptiness you feel in your marriage isn't about her. It's about the part of you that's never been filled. Yeah, maybe she's emotionally shut down and distant and cold and tired, and she stopped initiating or engaging. She's not affectionate. But here's the thing. Even if she changed overnight, you'd still feel empty. Okay, why? Because the part of you that's starving for connection is really you. Specifically, the part that you've buried or ignored. It's that part that you tried to toughen up. That inner boy inside of you that learned, don't cry, don't need anything, don't rock the boat, walk on eggshells, or be a man, suck it up. Maybe growing up, it wasn't safe to express your needs or stand up for yourself. And now that part of you feels completely alone. And you've been trying to get your wife to fix that. And she can't. We've talked about this in many episodes. Your wife is not equipped. No human being is equipped to heal your inner wounds because you've disconnected from the one relationship that really matters the most, the one between you and yourself. So the first step is just noticing the real source of your loneliness and ask yourself, when did I first feel this way? What moments in my childhood taught me that I was alone or unimportant or too much? And what do I really want from my wife? And can I give any of that to myself? And those are tough questions to answer. And most men say, I just want her to love me. But love means a lot of things. Love means feeling seen, feeling safe, valued, feeling like you matter. And if you don't know how to offer those things to yourself, you won't know how to recognize them when they come from her either. And you'll stay emotionally starved, even when love is present. So just start by noticing where you have abandoned yourself. And I know sometimes this sounds like deep psycho jargon, but I can tell you from my own journey, this is where healing begins. You have to meet that boy that you left behind, that little boy inside of you, because the lonely man inside the marriage is almost always carrying a lonely little boy inside. Maybe he was emotionally ignored or shamed for needing comfort or taught to earn love through performance or perfection or constantly trying to prove he was good enough to be seen or stay out of trouble. That little boy is still inside of you. And every time your wife pulls away, he feels it like rejection all over again. But instead of comforting him, you do what was done to you. You shut him down. You tell him to get over it. You distract yourself. You numb yourself with addictions, or you blame her for the ache. But you've abandoned him. And the only way to stop feeling so lonely is to reconnect with him and make him feel loved. You say to him, I see you. I hear you, little guy. I'm so sorry I left you alone for so long. I'm here now, and I'm not going anywhere. And when you make that connection, and as that connection strengthens, that's where loneliness begins to break. And it has absolutely nothing to do with your wife. And that's how you shift from healing to action. You relearn how to give love from a healed place. Because you want love, but you don't really know how to give it. You give to get, with unspoken rules, or people-pleasing. You know how to try hard and try to fix and try to solve and try to earn love and try to perform better. But deep emotional love, And affection without expectation, presence without pressure, that feels foreign to a lot of men. That's being vulnerable. Men aren't vulnerable. That feels dangerous. So you avoid it. You try to stuff it down. Or you weaponize it. Or try to control it. But a secure husband gives love from overflow, not emptiness. Because he's been filling his own cup. And that's the shift. And you stop saying, why doesn't she connect with me? And you start asking, how can I offer connection from a full, grounded, safe place? And that's how reconnection begins. And part of the secure husband process is connecting to that real source of love, that unconditional source of truth, inherent worth, because you cannot offer connection if you're not connected. And you've been trying to get love from your wife without ever getting filled up yourself, and that's why you're empty. And this is where your spiritual anchor becomes vital. You stop asking your wife to be your mirror, and you start listening to something deeper. God, the divine, spirit, the universe, your higher self, whatever that voice is for you that says you are already loved. You were never forgotten. You are held. You are safe. You don't need to perform to be worthy. And you are perfectly imperfect. This is what allows you to stop chasing love and start living from it. And that's where everything changes. And you start creating the connection that you wanted her to give. And instead of waiting or complaining or blaming, you become the source. You bring gentle touch without sexual innuendo. You bring consistent presence without neediness. You bring kindness without a hidden agenda. And you give space for her emotions. And you provide strength without trying to be manipulative or controlling. And you give affection without expectation. And this is not because you're trying to win her back, but because you've remembered how to love from truth. And then you're no longer looking to be rescued. And you're showing up as a man who's already home inside himself. And from that energy, she'll feel something new, something safe, something that doesn't ask her to carry your pain anymore. That's what creates reconnection. And you have to stay committed. Stay committed to becoming that secure husband. Stay committed to becoming the man that you want to be, even when she doesn't respond right away. I mean, even when the marriage still feels distant, even when you're tempted to fall back into shame and blame, just keep showing up. Keep listening to the boy inside. Keep reconnecting to that divine source of love. Keep offering love from fullness and not fear. And you'll find that you're no longer a man living from loneliness. You're a man who's learning how to love, first himself, then her. This is not being narcissistic. This is not being selfish. It's self-love. You love yourself so much you have overflow for your wife. And that energy doesn't just fix marriages, it transforms lives. So just understand the loneliness that you feel isn't about her. It may seem like it is, but it's not. It's about the part of you that you've been too scared to love. That boy inside's not weak. He's not needy. He's waiting. And when you go back for him and when you love him with strength and tenderness, you stop demanding love and start creating it. And that's when healing happens. I hope this podcast has been helpful for you. If so, please give me a review, hit that subscribe button for more Secure Husband episodes. Share this episode with someone who you think may need to hear this. Visit securehusband.com for more resources and to book one-on-one coaching with me. And I'll see you again on the next Secure Husband podcast. Thanks for listening.